Rolling.
Are Americans selfish?
Yes. Short answer, yes.
Yes, I think all humans are selfish.
Money is all people go after. That's all they care about, and it's not what the people's needs are.
Yes, we take things for granted, and we don't realize just how lucky most of us are.
I feel like every country is a bit selfish, except for Finland. Everyone loves Finland.
What are you selfish with?
My food.
My food.
My money and my time.
Yeah, my money.
You wouldn't know that I'm really selfish about everything because I don't really show it. But I'll let people use my gas, and I'll let people eat my food. I'll buy things for people because they want it and they don't have the money, and I'll pretty much just waste all my stuff just to please other people.
I'm kind of like you, I'll give you most everything, but usually in my head, I'm like, oh, they could have said thank you, I shouldn't have done that for them, but I do it anyway.
That's how I am.
How much money is enough money for one person to live off of for 1 year?
I think it just depends on how you want to live. If you want to barely get by, you can almost make anything work, I feel like. But if you want to live a comfortable life, just me, I feel like 40,000.
I don't know. To get by, I'm thinking of if you could rent out an apartment, a garage from someone for $100 a month, and you could get 3 ramen noodles from the Dollar Tree for $1.
I feel like I haven't had enough conversations to know how much is needed to get by. That hasn't been something I've been worried about right now. I do think that we need to be having those conversations because adult life starts soon, and I don't know if I feel fully equipped, and I don't know if I'm prepared.
I think money is kind of a strange topic to talk about because everyone, I feel like especially our parents' generations, my dad doesn't say how much he makes. And so I don't know what's livable because it's such a hush-hush topic to talk about.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way as him. I've had conversations with my parents about it, but the way my mom makes it sound is that you have to both have a full-time job, and you have to have all this money to be able to survive, because she makes it sound like, I don't know, that they have to have all this money to be able to even get us through.
I come from a single parent home, but my mom makes really, really good money. She's lucky enough to have a full career. She works a full-time job, and she's lucky enough to work from home. Life starts for me right now because I am in college, and I really don't know what I'm doing. I couldn't tell you how to save money to save my life.
For me, basically, everyone's rich. It's if you're medium class, you're pretty rich to me. Only because I'm whoa. Whenever you have something, for some reason it doesn't seem as much as it really is to someone else that's lower than you.
What's the most generous thing that's ever happened to you?
Mine's really small, but I just love the timing of it because I spent all my money in my bank account, and I was like, well, I have 10 days left of the month. I can't eat out or anything. That sounds so first world problem, but I just had to pack my lunch for school and stuff. And then my friend Venmo'd me $5 for coffee the exact day where I was I have no money left. And it was just $5, but it was that's crazy because I just took for granted everything, and then it just put it into perspective for me.
I realized that I had to pay for my textbooks and pay for, my college expenses and my parking pass and all these expenses that I didn't know were gonna come up. And then all of a sudden one day my mom's like, hey, I just got this check back in the mail from the DC trip you missed. That was $1,900 check. She put it in my account, and I was like, okay, I have enough money to pay for my books, I have enough money to pay for my parking pass, I have enough money to pay for my down payment for my dorm.
So I work at a snow cone stand, and one guy tipped me $20 one day because he saw that the huge line and I was getting super frustrated. And I don't think he realized what a difference that made. And so many people think that generosity has to be money, and that's not it. He had mentioned something and he said, I know you're having a rough day, it'll get better. So even that's kindness. Kindness is free.
This family from church, they had some like leftover clothes that they weren't using, and I didn't have any money to get new clothes, and like my clothes were stopped fitting me because I was growing. So they gave me a whole bunch of new clothes, and like now most of my wardrobe is just gifted clothes. I won this necklace at church. Even though I won it, it just meant so a lot that I could have something of my own. And I haven't taken this off. I've worn this like every day.
What does it take for someone to go from selfish to generous?
A wake-up call. I feel like that's one of the biggest things that people like do change. I mean, obviously there's other ways, but I feel like that's one of the most common. Like if they have to go through the shoes of someone who's really poor or something like that, or they lose everything. A lot of people don't realize that, like, they're a lot more, like, even if they're not as fortunate as others, they're more fortunate than other people.
I feel like you have to take your ego down a couple notches, because then that makes you more grateful, and that not everything is about you and getting more stuff for you and to make you look better, but sometimes it's about other people.
Yeah.
What's one thing you learned from this conversation?
And generosity isn't about money. Most of the time it's about
the thought.
Yeah, the thought.
Yeah.
And to always be grateful for what you have, because there's always people who are less fortunate than you are.
Yeah. I think you reminded me, like, that kindness is free. Like he said, he just said kindness is free, and I was like, oh, it is. I forgot about that.
Has this conversation changed the way you view the subject?
You being generous doesn't only affect the person that you're helping out, but it also changes yourself. It has a positive impact on you.
Oh, don't think that loving yourself and taking care of yourself is always selfish.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But there is a time when it's a little too much.
Yeah.
And
You need to calm down.
just be aware of it, you know?
Yeah.